Hello, 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 everybody. Come on in. Come on in. It's Sunday brunch. We're going to have a good time today. So, hello, my name is Terry, and welcome to my kitchen. So, today we are going to have brunch. I'm sure you can see by the title that we're going to have a good brunch today. We're going to cook up some strawberry protein pancakes. So, look, I know for most women, it is really hard to get in enough protein every day. Protein is one of the essential macronutrients that we need daily to make sure we are fulfilling our bodies, fueling our bodies so that we can go and do all the wonderful things that we do every day. And unfortunately, for most women, it's just really hard to get in enough protein. For some reason, we just have a hard time eating all the meat options that there are. So, a good alternative is using supplements sometimes. And a lot of times people do that with protein shakes, puddings, all types of things. And I'm going to show you today how you can make a delicious brunch slash breakfast option. So we're going to make some good, fluffy strawberry pancakes. I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I ain't never made this before. I found a recipe online. I'm going to link it down below in the description when we're all done here. And of course, I'm going to have the information in the live about what I'm going to do to kind of add in some things, subtract some things. I'm going to make it my own, but we're going to see if it works. Hopefully, it does. Hopefully, the pancakes are nice and fluffy. Again, I'm not a pancake person, but hey, I will indulge here and there. And then also, of course, we are going to talk about this little juicy topic. Do good guys and last. I know everybody's heard of the Michael B. Jordan situation. We're gonna get into that. I don't want to spoil it. We're gonna have a good discussion. I have a good outline. I'm real excited. So first, brunch, we're gonna have some mimosas. So I got some, what's this, Prosecco Rosé that I had still left from the other day. It's still fresh, get you a little wine topper. My brother is here. My brother Tony is here. So he's gonna be having a mimosa with me. He's gonna come on camera towards the end and taste test. I might even ask him his opinion because he's my brother, so he's a good guy. So we can ask him questions about what good guys look like because that is definitely something I want to determine. So y'all see, I got these big old glasses. Look, we having fun today. We're gonna have brunch. Hope y'all are enjoying this wonderful Sunday afternoon. It's a beautiful weekend. The weather here in Phoenix is still not what it used to be, but for our mimosas, like I said, I have some Prosecco Rosé, and then also we're using some Mango Passion Minute Maid juice. It's zero sugars, no sugar added at all. This one is actually not too bad. I was looking at the ingredients. I didn't see any sucralose, so I'm sure it's some other stuff in there that I don't know the names to, but we'll indulge here and there. It's a celebration. Every day's a celebration. You want your mimosa, Tony? Let's cheers. Come on this side. He can cheer. Uh-oh. I didn't mess my lap. No. So cheers. Y'all have a cheers. Cheers. Hopefully get your glass, even if it's just water. All right. So let's get into this topic. As you come in, guys, say hello in the chat. I want to see who's here. Let's get into this Michael B. Jordan topic, though. So we're going to start with the topic because, y'all, this food is not going to take long to cook at all. So it's going to go really quickly. This live is probably not going to be as long as some of our other lives, but that's okay. We're going to have a good, cute, quick little conversation. All right. So I know everybody is familiar with the whole Michael B. Jordan interview situation. Apparently, this particular interview where the whole corny comment came up was actually at the premiere of Creed 3. I don't know if y'all seen it. I plan on going to see it, but I've heard some good reviews so far. So shout out to Michael B. Jordan. But on the red carpet, he was stopped by LOreal. She's honestly, I don't even know who she is. I guess she's one of those people that's been on podcasts and she's just in radio and media some type of way. So that's how she was on the red carpet. Apparently, they know each other and he called her out. So I'm going to show a quick little video. I'm actually going to show a video from what's this called? Breakfast Club. They went over this. So we're going to watch a quick little video. Before I play the video, I'm going to go ahead and have my banner rolling, my fair use, because we ain't stealing nobody's content around here. We're just using it to talk and chat. All right, so this clip is not very long at all.
Now, we were talking about what's the definition of corny. Now, this comes from LOreal. She was on the red carpet interviewing Michael B. Jordan,
the director and the star of Creed 3. And, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But, yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
He said the corny kid.
Yeah.
And that conversation was on their podcast where they talked about, Michael B. Jordan being corny and they made fun of him.
That Michael B. Jordan is just like a nice, corny guy. And I don't mean that as a slight, right? I mean, we all know that the nice, corny guys treat you the best.
It's so crazy. I went to school with Michael B. Jordan at a point in life, and we went to Chad Science together in Newark. And to be honest with you, we teased him all the damn time because his name was Michael Jordan. Let's start there. And he was no Michael Jordan. And then he also would come to school with headshots. And back then, that was like in the hood. We lived in Newark.
Yeah.
Like that's the hood. You know what I mean? So we would make fun of him. Like, what you gonna do with your little stupid headshot?
Well, he did a lot with those headshots, but now.
All right. So that was a clip. Him and L'Oreal, they met on the red carpet. She said, yeah, we go way back, to high school. And he was like, yeah, the corny kid, right? So, and that's where that went. And then on the on the Breakfast Club, they showed the particular clip from the podcast. Keep in mind, y'all, that podcast from 2019. I just want to make sure everybody know that podcast from 2019. But they had the clip. They showed L'Oreal actually wasn't the one who said he was corny. So let's just say that there. Let me pause really quickly and see who's in the chat because we got a few people in the chat. Queen Zay, hey, made it to the party today. Hey, boo. Thanks for joining us. Who else do we have here? Okay, my boy Theo from the Do Better podcast. Hey, what's up, my dog? So Theo is a content creator here on YouTube. He has a channel. He does reaction videos. Theo is a mess, y'all. He be cutting up on his lives. I see him. I think he streams about every day in the morning. It's kind of like a little morning show situation. And he's talking about all type of topics, but a lot of reaction videos. So make sure you check out Theo. He's a part of the lead attorney mastermind here on YouTube as well. So he's cool. Make sure you support him. He's doing good things over there. And he's reminded everybody, please hit the like button on the way into the live. That makes sure we can make sure everybody on YouTube can find out where the party at. So yeah. So y'all know I got questions, right? I got questions because I want to, move the conversation along. So we heard it first here. We heard the whole situation about the corny. We heard the little clip from the podcast and is Michael B. Jordan, he was corny. They used to make fun of him. L'Oreal did mention that he used to get made fun of because his name was Michael Jordan. And I just want to pause right here. Let me just say this. I don't have a problem with sharing my age. I am 37 years old. I actually will be 38 in August. I grew up in the 90s, okay? So my childhood was mostly spent in the 90s. I graduated high school in 2003. While I was growing up, Michael Jordan was everything. He was the biggest basketball player in the world. So anybody remote, if anybody name was Michael, you either got made fun of Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan. Am I right or wrong, Tony? People would. My godbrother's name was Sam Jackson, and people used to be like Samuel L. Jackson. Like, if your name was anything close to anybody famous, people were saying something. We got Leslie Peach Tolliver here in the chat on Facebook. Hey, girl. So yes, I ain't saying it's okay. I'm just giving context because I feel like, the internet is full of a lot of different people. We got folks my age. I'm a millennial. I'm an older millennial, but I am a millennial. We got my brother who is older than me, and he's in that generation above. What's that? Gen Y, Gen X, the weirdos. He in the Gen X. Then it's a lot of Gen Zers on the internet and in the comments and on podcasts. And I love my Gen Z folks. My nieces and nephews, they're Gen Z. They're a little special. They're a little, some would call sensitive. And so I feel like the whole like bully thing, everybody's like, he used to get bullied in school. Okay, like, yeah, I'm sure they used to talk mess about Michael B. Jordan bringing his headshots to school, but I doubt that people was like beating him up and like stealing his money, his lunch money, and like terrorizing him. I do not believe that was his experience in high school. I do believe people used to call him corny for whatever reason. And not saying it was okay. I'm just giving context. Let's keep it real. In the 90s, for sure, 80s and 90s, like that whole what's the word? Roast culture. Roast culture, yes. Like it was right, you just depending on where you at, they be like joning on people, whatever. Like I'm from Cleveland, so I don't say that. But like that's what people did. I'm not saying it's okay, but let's give context to stuff, right? Like if we're gonna have conversations, we gotta have the full conversation. We can't like just pick and choose what we want to make a big deal. High school is an awkward time for a lot of people. It is. It is. I wasn't awkward. I was just fat, but like that was still my awkward situation. Like boys didn't really like the fat girl for real. So like I had to navigate through that. A lot of people have to navigate through a lot of things in high school. Like we're not about to sit here and act like high school is just, some unicorn type situation. It's a time in your life where you are transitioning from childhood to adulthood. You're trying to figure out who you are. Your hormones are raging out of freaking control. Kids, the brain doesn't even fully develop until you're about 25 years old, right? So if you're 15, 16, you still got a whole nother 9, 10 years till your brain is fully developed. How many times in high school did we do things that made no sense? You would literally do things, your mama, your daddy would be like, why you do that? You like, I don't know. Why? Because your brain ain't developed. So like, this is why a lot of times kids do dumb stuff like this. Again, I'm just giving context. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm giving context. And so, like, again, if we're going to have a conversation, we're going to have a whole conversation. So the question lies now, do you think Michael B. Jordan should have brought up the comment? Like, should have brought up, we're not asking if he corny, because corny, whatever. I ain't really worried about corny. But my brother in the background, he talking. Can y'all hear him? He is loud. So yeah, do you think he should have brought up the corny comment? If you think he should have brought it up, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't think he should have brought it up, put a 2 in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're thinking. My brother is literally on the phone telling somebody to watch my live. Shout out to him. He a real one. Let me see. He loud. Okay, Leslie says leave sensitive kids alone. Look, your kids are sensitive. They Gen Z. Okay, so let's talk about these strawberry pancakes we're gonna make. So, like I say, y'all, I am trying to create a way for us to get more protein, but to still indulge and enjoy, that brunch type situation, the brunch food. So I found a recipe. online for protein pancakes. It's actually from a website called chooseandchia.com. Again, I will link in the description the website for the original recipe. Keep in mind, her recipe is a little bit different. I'm changing a few little things and adding in things or whatever. So we testing this out. I ain't never done this before. This is brand new. So for her recipe, the original recipe calls for 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And I believe in most pancake recipes, they use flour. I don't eat pancakes, so I don't know. Instead of regular all-purpose flour, we're going to use some almond flour. And I chose to use almond flour because it's gluten-free. And I swear, y'all, I have a gluten intolerance. Like, every time I eat things that are with like refined flour, it's just not a good thing. So I have challenged myself to really focus on doing things that are gluten-free. And so that's why we're going to try out the almond flour. Plus the fact almond flour, they got some good micronutrients in it, full of stuff. It's a little good. I was going to do oat flour. You can do oat flour as well. That one has a lot of micronutrients in it as well. Good source of fiber, even a little bit of protein. The almond flour has some protein in it as well. So we're going to have a good time. Let's see. Miss Leslie Peach, what she's saying in the chat. My generation definitely was a roast up out of each other for sure. I mean, for real, I feel like mine was too. Like, I went to all girls private school, so my experience in high school is not the typical one. Like, I went to an all girls private school. I literally was one of 6 Black girls in my class. So fill in the blanks there, okay? So my experience was not the same, but at the same time, I came home to East Cleveland, Ohio. So, and if you don't know about East Cleveland, Ohio, Google it. It's actually, you know what? You know how LOreal was talking about they from Newark? I'm from East Cleveland. The same way that she said Newark, say East Cleveland, and just there you go. So I know what it's like being in the hood and how people act. Like, that's part of hood culture, okay? So not saying it's right. It is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. You already know my kids. We definitely roast each other relentlessly. All in love, though. Yes, they still do it with their friends. However, not in a hurtful way. We have thick skin over here. I think it's just like a culture thing, to be honest. I think it really just depends. Kids are brutal from the age of 2 to 32. What? All right. So for the recipe. All right, and Leslie is reminding us, thanks for joining, everybody. Please remember to like, share, follow, subscribe, engage in the chat, and enjoy. Thank you, Leslie, for that reminder. Make sure you are liking the video, especially on YouTube, y'all. Y'all know I am on this monetization journey for YouTube. I'm trying to get this money, okay? Y'all know I got a child, right? So she need lunch money, and she need a lot of it. So let's go. So like the video, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel. Shout out to everybody who is new here. I reached 1,000 followers the other day, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube the other day, and we are still climbing. I am pushing towards 1,100 now. So I think I'm like less than 40 away from 1,100. So we growing, y'all. We are growing, and I am so excited about it. Okay. Yes, we are. So back to the recipe. So her recipe, like I said, it calls for a cup of all-purpose flour, but I am going to be using almond flour. And we're going to use the same 1-to-1 ratio. So it's just going to be a cup of almond flour. One thing I've read about almond flour, because I don't think I've ever really cooked with it, they say it does hold moisture very well. So these pancakes will not be dry. That's a good thing. That's definitely one of the reasons why I shied away from using pancake flour or coconut flour, because I have heard that coconut flour is really drying. I don't do a lot of baking, so like admittedly, I'm not like well versed in flours and all that other kind of stuff. I don't be knowing. So Queen Zay said she's celebrating. Yes, girl. Yes, boo. Yes, 2,000. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this cup of almond flour into our bowl. Y'all see? Got me a nice little glass bowl so y'all can see what's going on. All right, let me stop drinking. So we need 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Baking powder is what's going to make the pancakes fluffy. Make sure you get some new baking powder, y'all. I had to ask my brother to bring some because the baking powder that I had was old. Do not use old baking powder. I've heard that it really doesn't work the same. You want to use as fresh as possible, okay? So typically they have an expiration date. So if it's past the expiration date, don't use it. So we're just going to add in 3 teaspoons of baking powder. We're mixing all of our dry ingredients first. We're going to mix our wet ingredients in the measuring cup, and then we'll combine them right before we're ready to cook or make our pancakes. All right, so we got our protein almond flour. We have our baking powder, and now we need our protein powder. So, like I said, we're making strawberry protein pancakes. I am choosing to use, and this recipe does call for protein powder, a half a cup of protein powder. You can use whatever flavor you want if you want to make yours a different flavor, particularly for the strawberry protein. Oh, that's cute. Particularly for the strawberry protein, I would say use either vanilla or strawberry. I'm going to use strawberry. This particular brand, I'm going to go ahead and shout them out. It's called Gym Giants. The owner is actually local here to Phoenix. I like this brand of whey protein powder. Make sure you use whey. If you use like a pea protein powder, like vegan protein powder, you may have to use more or less. They also stress making sure you use a protein powder that you actually like to drink, you like the taste of, because all protein powders are not created equally. And that is why I like to use Gym Giants. It is very simple, straight to the point, whey protein, natural flavors, xanthan gum, I can't pronounce that, which basically is a thickener, and beet juice, salt, and a sweetener. So it's very simple ingredients, pretty decent ingredients. So I'm going to use a half a cup of this. I forgot to get my half a cup out. We just need a half a cup of that. Let's see. Here's a fourth of a cup. Let's do 2 of these. All right. So we got 1/4 of a cup and 2. All right. So that is pretty much her recipe. Protein powder, baking powder, and flour for the dry ingredients. I am going to add a little bit of, y'all know I gotta be extra. So I'm gonna add in a little bit. I just decided to do this, otherwise I would have had it down. I want to add in a little bit of cinnamon to give it a little oomph. If I can find the cinnamon. Alrighty, maybe not. It's not coming up. Y'all, I got too much shit up in here. Okay, so I would recommend adding in like a teaspoon, or maybe not even a whole teaspoon, maybe like 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon in here. And then I'm also going to add in a couple teaspoons of monk fruit. I just want our protein pancakes to be good on their own. I'm not going to use syrup. I'm actually going to top mine with non-dairy whipped cream, but I have dairy and non-dairy because, you know, not everybody is trying to get away from cow's milk. All right, so I put in 2 teaspoons of our monk fruit. That is my sweetener of choice. It's a natural sweetener. It's really good, low glycemic. It's keto friendly, all of the things, right? Gluten free. So I use that every single morning in my coffee. It literally tastes just like sugar. There's no aftertaste. I know a lot of people, they complain about sugar substitutes, that they have this nasty bitter aftertaste, and it messes things up. It don't cook right. Not the monk fruit. I'll show y'all again this brand. I believe it's on one of my recipes on my website, so you definitely can check that out. I do have an Amazon store that I need to go ahead and add on in the description so that you guys can see some of the things that I recommend that you have in your kitchen, products and different things of that nature that we use on the channel. So highly recommend. The only con to this, y'all, it's expensive. I'm not gonna lie. This bag at Kroger, the 16-ounce bag at Kroger was $12. So it's very expensive. And yes, I use it every single day in my coffee, but I love it. So hey. All right. So those are our dry ingredients. Then we're going to do our wet ingredients. Then we're going to go back to this topic because I got questions and I need y'all to answer my questions. So for the wet ingredients, we're going to start off with a cup, 1 1/4 cup of milk. So she used almond milk. I like almond milk, but today, because I'm being extra, I'm going to use an almond coconut milk blend. This is something that I also use every single day in my coffee. It's unsweetened. It's only 40 calories. I love it. I usually buy the Silk brand, but the grocery store that I went to, they don't have the Silk brand anymore. So I've been buying this Blue Diamond Almond Breeze or whatever. But I really like it. It's a great milk, cow milk substitute. If you don't like the flavor of coconut, then just use almond milk. But all we need is 1 1/4 cups of milk. So we're gonna put that in here. All right, there we go. I like the idea of using the coconut almond milk blend because it's gonna give a nice little, cute little flavor. All right, so next thing we need is 1 egg. Eggs are going down, y'all. I was so surprised. I only spent only $3 on a dozen of eggs. Only $3. Let me see. Leslie says she's trying to stay engaged when she's barbecuing. What you barbecuing, girl? Share. Let us know what you cooking. Theo is reminding us to hit the like button. Thank you, Theo. Thank you for the reminder. All right, I'm going to add in this egg here. We're going to whip that up in just shortly. And so we have our milk, our egg, and we're also going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Make sure you get the pure vanilla extract because that's just going to add in all the flavor. So we're just going to do 1 teaspoon. Yep, 1 teaspoon. Ooh. And that is all. That is it. That is all. Let me get a fork and I'm going to mix that up. So what y'all thinking about the whole Michael B. Jordan? What are y'all thinking in regards to what should he have brought up the comment? I will say no. And this is why. I don't believe that Michael B. Jordan is corny. I think it was kind of lame for the girl to call him that. But I do think it was kind of corny for him to bring that up. I think that people can do corny things. I know I do corny things. I tell my friends all the time, I'm lame. I could be lame as hell. So like, I can be lame. I could be the fly girl. I could be the cool girl. I can be the girly girl. We're multifaceted. We all have different sides to ourselves. That is what makes being a human so amazing. I'm not the same as my dog who literally lay around all day and do nothing. Okay. Humans are very complex creatures. And so to think that we are going to just be one way is so silly. And I mean, another reason why I feel like Michael B. Jordan shouldn't have brought it up is because it's just like, dude, you look hurt. Like, don't give her that satisfaction. If you really felt like she was one of those chicks that like was, like leaving you to the side and just giving you dust, like walk past that hoe and be like, Michael B. Jordan, ignore her. He could have ignored her on the red carpet and that would have made more of a statement than the corny kid, right? I just felt like that was silly. Personally, I'm not saying he corny, but you do. Ain't no wrong with being petty, but I'm petty too. But I just was like, I'm choosy with my petty because at the same time, I got a lot of pride and I got an ego that's big as hell. I'm a Leo. So like, I'm not about to let nobody sun me. I'm not about to let nobody show me up. And you not about to make me look like I'm hurt. That's my thing. So nah. Personally, I feel like no, but he just stunted on her with the look at me now flex. He did. I mean, he did. Because at the end of the day, he's still Michael B. Jordan. So, hey, whatever. But you bring up the interview, but to bring up an item from an interview in 2019, that's what I'm saying. Like, that interview was from 2019. Dude, you've been sitting on that since then? We done had a whole pandemic. The whole world shut down for 2 years. And you went way back the year before the pandemic and was like, the corny kid, right? I'm just saying. And 2023 was slightly corny because he clearly was holding on to it, waiting for that moment. It was just like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I remember watching it like, you just lost so many cool points. I like Michael B. Jordan. I like him. I think he's attractive. I think he's a good actor. I love him in Creed. Like, I think he's like this generation's Denzel. Like, he's a wholesome dude, or at least that's the image he has, and I ain't mad at it. So, who we got here? Maya Williams. Hey, auntie. Hey, girl. Thanks for joining. This is my niece. Looking good. Thank you. You know, I beat the face just a little bit. I try to come on camera and look cute for y'all a little bit. You know, I don't want to be looking busted. If I'm about to be talking mess about people, I got to look like something. I mean, come on now. Y'all, it's time for a haircut. Your girl. What does Queen Zay say? She said, especially when technically she wasn't the one who called him corny. DJ Envy did. And she said that girl used to make fun of his name and the fact that he carried around a headshot, which is technically corny.
It's not corny if you work.
Okay. Let's take a moment for this, because why are you bringing your headshot to high school? Like, what in what world do you need to bring your headshot to school with you? It's one thing if it's like, oh, it's in my folder, like it's still here, like, but like it sounds like that's something he did. Like, he walked around with his headshot for what? What you doing? Like, we know that you want to be an actor, and we want you to be an actor. We want you to make it out. Like, y'all, I grew up in East Cleveland, Ohio. It was dudes in the neighborhood that was street dudes. They was hood. They sold drugs. They was in gangs. And it was also dudes who went to school every day. They played sports. They was in extracurricular activities. Shit, my brother was that dude. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, my brother was not a drug dealer in high school. Like, he was a regular dude. So it's so many different types of people in the hood. It is. Like, we not about to sit here and act like every black dude that's in the hood is a gangster. No. But there are like social hierarchies. Whether it's right or wrong, it is what it is. There are double standards in the world. There are unofficial rules, cultural norms. We have to accept them. If we gonna be sitting here talking about, and I'm gonna get into this in a minute, but if we gonna be sitting here and talking about pookies and baby mamas and talking bad about them and the choices that they make and like people, like, it's social hierarchies. There are social norms. There are things that happen in the neighborhood that are good. There are things that happen in the neighborhood that aren't good. Queen Zay just said it, and I'm gonna bring it up. Black people are not a monolith, and we aren't. I just told y'all I went to an all-girl private school for 8 years. From 5th to 12th grade, I was one of 6 black girls in my school, in my class. The class of 2003, there was only 6 of us, 6 black girls. I went to school with wealthy people. Okay, in one of the most premier suburbs at the time. Things have changed, but at the time, it was an elite school. Like, my school cost the amount of money that it cost to go to college. These are the type of people I'm going to school with. I'm not the same as the other girls in East Cleveland. My experiences aren't the same. I'm navigating in the world in a different mindset. So, like, some people probably would have called me corny. Hell, people used to say I sound like a white girl because I was real proper. And I'm going to keep it real. I did, okay? Like, we not about to sit here and act like black folks don't have a vernacular, okay? Like, it's a whole little situation. And when you enunciate your words to a T and you got this little high-pitched Valley girl sounding like voice, You sound like Becky, not Bonita. Okay? Let's just keep it real. It is what it is. You can call me ignorant if you want to. I'm just saying. Okay? So, what makes a guy a good guy? Let's switch gears. What y'all think? Because there's been a lot of commentary surrounding this like corny good guy situation. Like lots of times when I hear this convo, a lot of the people that they're referencing, they love to reference Russell Wilson. I gotta turn my air on, y'all. I'm getting hot. They love to reference Russell Wilson. Don't y'all love technology? Like I can turn my air conditioner on from my phone. Don't y'all like that? Man, back in the day, you couldn't do none of this stuff. Sure, this is the time to be alive. Right. Back in the day, my grandmother used to call me all the way from down the street to come bring her the remote. Bring her, girl, if you don't go somewhere with that. But but yeah. So a lot of times, like I was saying, when we hear the conversations about like who's a good guy and who's corny, or the good guys, the top two examples, Michael B. Jordan and my fave, Russell Wilson. You can make an assumption why I think Russell Wilson is like the greatest, but those are the guys that everybody likes to talk about. They love to talk about, they have that good, wholesome image. They don't really have any like scandals. They don't have like 18,000 kids by 20,000 women. That it makes sense, but just keep with me. They not the future, okay? They not future. They Russell Wilson. That's what we talking about, the good boys. I know that on a few podcasts, I'm not even gonna bring his name up. I'm not gonna say his name because I think he's stupid and he's corny. But they've called Russell Wilson corny. I don't think Russell Wilson's corny. I don't think anybody's corny. I think that we can do corny things. But in terms of the whole like good guy thing, like what is that? Like, is it a good guy just opposite of like a thug? Like our bad guys, like thugs and like hood dudes and dudes that's hustling in the street, or dudes that's just like having lots of women and like just a manipulator and a conniver and a schemer. Are those the bad guys? The guys that got people say, because women love to say like, oh, I like a guy with a little swag. I've said that and I still will say that. I like a guy with a little swag, right? Like you want a guy with a little edge. But a lot of times when I hear men having discussions about when women say that, they're making it seem like women want thugs. I'm here to tell you, I don't like dudes that got rap sheets. That's never been a thing for me, okay? Yeah. That's not a thing. Like, your brother was clown for how I spoke. I was too. It go with the territory. I ain't mad though. I ain't mad. Good guy, responsible, respectable, respect women. I believe so. Yes. Good guys, in my opinion, have integrity. Good person, generally. That is the thing. I think a good guy is somebody who is not out for just themselves. Like, I don't want to go too deep into my philosophies on men and women, but we will get there one day. But I do think that like a good guy is just somebody who, he's navigating through the world, doing his thing living his purpose, working hard, doing whatever it is. He's grinding, whatever his goals are, he's going towards his goals. And he's not trying to like put down anybody in his way. He's not trying to harm anyone in his way. In my opinion, that is a good guy. And that type of guy can have a different personality. That good guy can be somebody who is more of like a Poindexter, like, gamer type dude who likes anime and who likes to do like Comic-Con type stuff. That can be a good guy. That's my brother, y'all. That good guy can be the Kappa that crossed at a HBCU. He from the hood. Like, y'all, I went to Fisk University. It's an HBCU in Nashville, Tennessee, right? We had a bunch of Fisk was here. TSU, Tennessee State, was literally down the street. So 3 HBCUs. I'm sorry, Meharry Medical College was right across the street from Fisk. So there were 3 different HBCUs within a mile of each other, literally. I can't tell you how many dudes that I know that I went to college with that are college educated. Some of them are physicians, some of them are lawyers. I mean, professional men working in high power jobs. They're from the hood. Like, they got a little edge to them. They're like hood adjacent. They not like the dudes that was on the corner. They aren't the dudes that was robbing and stealing. They would never join a gang. Like, they're good dudes. But like at the same time, when something went down, they ready to show up because they still was from Memphis or they still was from Atlanta. They still was from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So like, good guy can look so many different ways. It just really depends on your experiences, your environment, like your belief system. I mean, we also know like the church kids in the hood. Like, there's plenty of kids who they went to church and they went home. Like, they went outside like that. They wasn't doing all type of stuff. They read the Bible. Their parents did not let them listen to a lot of secular music. So those Black people are not a monolith. Queen Zay just said it. So good guys can look like anything. And so when a woman says like, oh, I want to do with a little swag, she talking about that dude who, yeah, he went to class, but he also like, he was cool with the hood dudes. The hood dudes knew him and the hood dudes respected him. And the hood dudes make sure that didn't nobody bother him. The hood dudes made sure that he got home safe and that he stayed in them books and he went on the streets because they knew he had an option. He had more options than they did. Like, we not about to sit here and act like that's not a real thing. It is a thing. So when I say I like a dude with a little swag, that's what I'm talking about. The hood adjacent dude. I'm just saying. Judge me if you want to. Let's make some pancakes. All right. Let's make some pancakes. All right, y'all. For this recipe, I got me a little griddle. I am going to heat my griddle on low because I don't want anything to burn. I got my oven on as I make my pancakes because I want to make enough for myself and my brother. As I make my pancakes, I put them in the oven so that they can, you know, stay warm. Also to note, what I'm going to be putting in our pancakes, we're going to be adding in some strawberries. So beforehand, I cut up about 5 or 6 strawberries. I have them diced. You can see here. I added in a little bit or about 2 teaspoons of our monk fruit, which is like our sugar substitute to metastasize. I'm sure I said that word right or wrong. Metastasize. You know, I got a little speech impediment sometimes. I can't talk. But yeah, so I added some monk fruit. So, you know, that got the natural juices flowing in the strawberries. So I'm going to add in those strawberries because strawberries are not in season. So they're really not that sweet. But we're also going to cut up some strawberries to add on top of our pancakes as well. Because like I said, I am not using syrup, but I do have some syrup just in case if you want some. Oh, Queen Zay sent me a text. She said, I'll take corny if it looked like this. She talking about Michael B. Jordan. Hello? Like, can we say it? Huh. Dude look good. I ain't gonna, ooh, child. Michael B. Jordan he's a very handsome man.
Like I said earlier, man, it's like
He's really cute.
like I said earlier, man, it's like high school is an awkward time for everybody. So everybody's gonna look a little weird. Everybody's gonna be doing something.
Right. High school is awkward. You know, not everybody. Some of us didn't peak in high school. I know I didn't peak. I didn't. I wasn't the popular girl. Well, okay. I take that back. I was kind of cool in my high school, but again, I went to private school. And even if I would have went to public school, I probably would have been, you know, like decent on the social hierarchy because I'm a bomb ass chick. Okay. So our oil source today for our pancakes is going to be coconut oil. That's going to add in a nice little flavor. Coconut oil is a good option. I know we like to try to stay away from, or at least limit, our seed oil. So for today, we're going to use coconut oil. You can use any kind of oil, avocado oil. I wouldn't necessarily use or olive oil because that'll kind of like switch up the flavor. But avocado oil, you can probably use that, or you can just use butter. And if you are trying to stay away from dairy products or milk products, I would highly recommend using like a plant-based butter. I think they do have like some goat milk butter as well. I've seen Maggie, the substitute teacher. Y'all know she's my fave. Shout out to Maggie. I think I've seen her use goat milk butter because Maggie is on a journey to stay dairy free. So she says it's good. I'm going to try it out so I can let y'all know what I think about it. I've used vegan butters before, and honestly, I like them. I really do. So I'm not 100% dairy free, but I try to be as dairy free as possible. So I don't use regular milk very often at all. I do use butter on occasion. I do eat cheese, but even that, I'm trying to. No, I'm lying. I'm not trying to stop eating cheese. All right, let's turn this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mix in our wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. Let me get what you call this? Spatula. Or not spatula. All right. So you don't want to over mix the pancakes because it will cause them to be flat. So make sure when you mix your dry ingredients together, you have a whisk, or you can even use like a little sifter to make sure you mix everything together really well. I'm going to go ahead and add in our milk mixture. Just like so. I see. Oh, okay. I forgot that the protein powder that I'm using actually turns things slightly pink. So, but because I want, y'all know I'm a little extra, I actually have some food gel in a hot pink, or what color is this? Yes, soft pink gel color. So I'm going to put in just a little bit of that. Remember how I said the almond milk or the almond flour is really moist? I'm going to add in a little bit more because I did read that if you use almond flour, you may need to add in additional. So I'm going to start with a tablespoon because our mixture is a little runnier than I would want. Yeah. So just mixing this up. I think I'm going to add in another tablespoon. Just keep in mind, this is something that you may have to do. And the recipe actually did say this, that if you use almond flour, or when I researched a little bit about almond flour and cooking with it, and a lot of people said that, especially with like pancakes and things of that nature, you may have to add in additional. This is not bad of a, I can add in a little bit more. So just gauge it based on the texture that you want, the consistency that you want. I don't want it too thick, I don't want it too runny, but I also don't want it too thick. All right, so I'm going to stop there because I don't want to over mix it, but I am going to add in our strawberries. So I'm not going to add in the liquid because we already got enough liquid, but I will just put in the strawberries. And then we're just going to fold these in gently. Don't want to over mix the batter, and you don't want to like crush the strawberries. It's not a whole lot. I only cut up about 5 to 6 strawberries. Like I said, I diced them up. Alrighty. And then I'm going to add in a drop of our food color. Let's see how these turn out. Uh-oh, I don't want to mess up my nails. Okay, let's do one drop and see what that does. Not enough. Okay. That's 2, 3, 4. Okay. Whew. Let's see. It's giving orange. It's not giving pink. I don't know about this. I think I'm gonna stop, y'all. I don't want it to mess up my pancakes. Okay. This is what our batter is looking like. It's a light pink. I keep forgetting that. This is the color. Oh, is the camera gonna show? Yeah, this is the color of the dye. So it's not gonna be like super, super pink. I was meant to buy some more food coloring at the store, but this is 100% optional. This is just for aesthetics. It ain't got nothing to do with flavor. All right. I'm going to leave that there. Because at first it looks orange, then it kind of turns into like this light pink. I think it's just reacting to the ingredients. I will say this, as the batter sits, it's thickening up. All right. Let's see where it's going on. Oh, yes, baby. Let me turn this down. All right. Let's bring this up. All right. So for our pancakes, like I said, we're going to use coconut oil. This particular coconut oil is already in the liquid form. I'm sure you guys have seen coconut oil come in solid form, and you can use that as well. Just scoop out a tablespoon or 2 of oil, and then this has gotten hot, so I'm trying to let it cool off. Just scoop out a tablespoon or 2 of coconut oil and let it melt. It's still going to do the same thing. You can use either the solid or the liquid version. It really just depends on you. There's a whole bunch of science and talk to like the quality of coconut milk or coconut oils. I'm not about to get into all of that. Child, buy what's cheapest at the store. Okay. So I'm going to scoop out about a half or a quarter of a cup of pancake mix here. Hopefully. All right. They kind of puffing up, y'all. Y'all see that? Make sure you turn down your heat. You don't want your griddle to be too hot. So I did turn mine down a little. All right, I'm gonna just do those for right now. Uh-oh. Remember, y'all, I ain't never made this before, so we doing this together. We in this together. I'm scared. Oh, Lord. All right, so I'm gonna let it cook for a few minutes on each side, and then we're gonna flip. Just gonna flip. 1 or 2 to 3 minutes on each side. This one is kind of, that'll be fine, y'all. All right. Let's see what's popping. Ooh, child. All right. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna let that do its thing. Y'all, I'm nervous. Ooh. Okay. Okay, let me get my other spatula. Oh wait, this is it. This one is metal, so I have to be careful because I don't want to scratch my new griddle pan. But yay! We in there. Okay, we in. Okay. So I did see the lady who made this recipe. using 2 spatulas. And anytime I've ever made pancakes, I've done the same thing. 2 spatulas. You can see this one is puffing up really nicely. So we're, they doing their thing. They doing their thing. Just gonna let them cook. So while those are cooking, let's chat a little bit. So we talked about we talked about what makes a man a good man. And Queen Zay said it best. Generally a good person, like a good person overall, responsible, respectable, all of those things, right? About his business, going after his goals, period. Do women want good boys, good guys, or bad boys? Because it's a lot of like talk about women, they don't want good men. They want the drug dealers. They want the rappers. They don't want just the average dude. Is that true? Do y'all think that is the truth? I'm sure y'all can kind of guess my beliefs. I'm going to add in another thing of oil, a little bit more oil. I feel like a pro now. Uh-oh. I'll spill some oil. I feel like a pro. Do women want good men? I think they do. I think women overall. Is there a population of women that like trash? Absolutely. Future got how many baby mamas? I'm sure y'all seen the video of the dude that it's gone viral. There's a dude on the internet talking about he got 7 kids by 7 different women. And he don't feel no type of way because he told these women that he want to have them kids. He also says that he doesn't take any preventive measures to stop from having children. So he doesn't, when it comes time for the horizontal tango, he don't use protection. So it is what it is. His pullout game is weak. He ain't got no pullout game. That's the problem. So he says that these women knew that. He told them, he kept it real with them, and they still decided to have a child with him. So clearly, there are women who choose men that are terrible choices, okay? That man has no good decision-making skills. Clearly, he is more concerned about shooting the club up than shooting his shots at all his goals and aspirations in life. Like, he is not the ideal man. He is not he's not a high value man. Queen Zay says, I'll take a good man, but not a bad boy, not a good guy. Someone emotionally intelligent and mature. I agree. Woo! There is nothing more attractive than a man who is emotionally intelligent. I remember having a conversation relatively recently about the emotional intelligence of men. And the guy I was having the conversation with, at first when I said it, I could tell he was about to be turned off because he felt like I was about to say some crazy stuff. But I'm like, no, like, I think he felt like I was about to be on some men ain't ish type stuff. That ain't even who I am. Trying to taste test and see what it tastes like, y'all. Okay. We got to flip this. We got to flip it. Oh, Lord. I feel like Mac. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Y'all. I'm trying. Y'all with me? Ah! No. We getting there, y'all. These ones look nice. These ones going to be yours, Tony, because these are big. All right. What else Queen Zay is saying? I'm also a Pisces and I like long walks on the beach in case my soulmate is watching. Girl, this ain't Kendra G singles. I love Kendra G. That guy with the 7 kids was trash ass F. Example of a bad boy some women want. You preaching right now. There are some women who like bad boys. I have heard women say, like, I like dudes with felonies. I ain't that chick because I ain't about that life. I had one little instance when I was right after I graduated college. I went back home to Cleveland, y'all. Cleveland, the dating options in Cleveland ain't. Yeah. And I call myself talking to this dude who called himself being a little hustler. Nah, that ain't for me. I ain't about that life. I am not Bonnie and Clyde. I am not riding or dying. Why we gotta die? We can ride, but why we gotta die? And I'm not trying to sit here and do things that's gonna cause me to go to jail. Like, I'm scared. So nah, I'm good. But some women, they like that. More power to them. Cause Terry, Coco, Swole, that she ain't about that life. These are so cute. I'm so excited. Okay, let's chop up some strawberries. Well, I'm gonna get ready to chop up some strawberries. I have a few strawberries here. I'm gonna chop them up so we can have them on top of our pancakes. I just wanted to flip these because, you know, we had a little snafu the first time I flipped those. Oh, look at there. All right. Let's put these in the oven to keep them warm. And then we're going to make a few more. Because it's brunch and we brunching and we want some good food. All right. Let's make our last batch. Last one, y'all. Ooh. Let's start. Before I do that, let me put a little bit more oil. Because we don't want it to stick. All right. So, trying to grab the strawberries as well. All right. Look at them. I don't want them to touch. Look, these are spread out. They doing their thing. Let's see. Do we have any new comments? I feel like lady goes for what their mothers may have dealt with, you know. Kid, they follow examples of their parents, moms, and that is true. I feel like women tend to go for the types of men that they saw their mom dating if their mother wasn't married to their father, or they go for dudes who are like their moms or they're like their dads a lot of times, or they go opposite of their fathers because of maybe some things they saw in the home that they didn't like about their dads. That is something that a lot of people don't talk about, but I personally always find it peculiar when I see young ladies growing up in the home with their dads, but the men that they tend to date are nothing like their fathers. Something tells me that their fathers maybe, you know, might have been some things going on in the home that he wasn't maybe the shining example. And so that's why she has very little sense of direction when it comes to dating. Just my little 2 cents, but you know, could be. Wilbur Gross, greetings. Hi, Wilbur. Wilbur is also in the TLA Mastermind. He is a huge supporter here on YouTube. Check him out. I believe Wilbur just recently had a baby too. So shout out to Wilbur. My brother is here having brunch with me. He says congratulations if you couldn't hear him. So thanks for joining, Wilbur. Thanks for joining, everybody. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. If you're on Facebook, make sure you're liking my Facebook page. That is My Sexy is Strong. You can also connect with me on all social media platforms. My Sexy is Strong. Oh, look at these pancakes. For anybody, Wilbur, and anyone else who is just joining, we are making strawberry protein pancakes for brunch. And so just flip those. I am going to cut up a few more strawberries because we're going to have some strawberries on top of our protein pancakes. I also, let me see something. We have strawberries inside of our pancakes, but we're going to put a little bit on top too, because y'all know I like stuff cute and stuff, right? Like, I'm big on entertaining, because, you know, me and Queen Zay, we was talking about these good men. We was talking about the good men like Michael B. Jordan and Russell Wilson, okay? The good regular black men too. Like, because people act like average is bad. Average is what most of us are, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with an average man. That average man gonna give you the world, girl. You better stop looking over that average man. Okay? I'm average. Ain't no wrong with that. I'm average and I'm still fine. And what? Huh? I got confidence. All right. So I am also going to just sprinkle a little bit of the monk fruit on top of here. I'm trying to keep an eye out on my pancakes. I don't want them to burn because we're almost done, y'all. We're going to eat in a minute. We're going to eat. I'm going to fix our plates. You know, my brother is here, so I'm going to serve him up. Make sure he has a nice little hearty helping of our protein pancakes. Let's see. Just a little bit, you know, get it going. Get a little sugar on top. All right. I'm going to take this plate out of the oven because it's almost time to eat. Ooh. Let's flip these pancakes. What do I do with my spatula? Oh, here we go. All right, y'all. Moment of truth. Pretty. This is so cute. I'm so excited about these pancakes. I am so excited. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Come on. We need you to get that channel up. I see you in the comments, Wilbert. And guess what? You got a lot to say. So I'm sure that you will be an amazing attribute to these YouTube streets. All right. So we're going to get plated up. Let's see. Take the pancakes off. Bring our plate over here. All right. Let's get it going. I'm so excited. So what do y'all think? Do women want good guys or bad guys? I told y'all my opinion. Women want good men, okay? Good regular men who honest, loyal, understanding, and emotionally mature, okay? That's it. That's all. At least I do, okay? I can't speak for all women. All I know is the women that I know, me and my friends, when we talk about dating, we like good guys because good guys, they treat you right. And clearly good guys look good. Look at Michael B. Jordan. Come on. What's not to like? So let's plate. I'm going to get these pancakes. I'm going to give my brother the big ones. You know, you get a man the big stuff. Here, let's. Right? He's going to get 4 stacks. And I'll have 3 because those are smaller. Yes, but no. Give me a minute. All right, so here's our pancakes. This is what they're looking like. Protein, strawberry protein pancakes. We use almond flour. We have fresh strawberries in them. We use strawberry protein powder, almond coconut milk. Let's see, what else? Vanilla extract, baking powder, egg. It's really easy, very simple, but you know, nice little addition to the brunch menu. Let's see what Queen Zay has to say. Do you want some, okay. You don't want no, you can put, if you want, you can add syrup afterwards. I'm going to make them cute though. So, Queen Zay says, I love me a good man with a high credit score, no felonies, and can read out loud.
I guess that means you ain't messing around with Mayweather.
Mayweather, no. I don't want no Mayweather. He can have Mayweather money, but nah. What does Miss Peach Love say? She says, ooh, pretty. Yes, thank you. Okay, so let's first start off with our strawberries. I'm going to add the strawberries on top. Here. Have a little bit of drizzle. Just a little bit. Have we let these, what's the word again? Have we let these, metastasize? My sister's going to make fun of me because, sometimes I sound a little crazy. So just put the little strawberries on top. Y'all, this is so cute. This is the type of brunch you make for your little good man. Huh? He be in the gym. Because, good men, they like to keep their health up, right? We want to make healthy, delicious, flavorful meals for our good Black man, okay? Do you want dairy, cream, or coconut? All right, we're going to use this coconut whipped cream. So I'm using dairy-free Ready Whip. It's made from coconut milk. It's actually pretty good. I've used this before. All right. Let me get my phone ready, y'all, because, whipped cream, it can melt real fast. So let's get the phone ready because we're going to have to take pictures and videos, and then we'll have Tony come on camera for... This looks so good. Oh my God. Okay. Yes. This is the Scottsdale brunch. Girl, you don't need to go. You don't need to go to the restaurant. You can come over here. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to take a picture. This is so cute. Why my phone acting stupid? Okay. All right. All right. Can y'all hear me? Because for a minute, it looked like it was muted. So let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? All right. I'm going to do a quick little video, and then we're going to taste this. Our strawberry protein pancakes with strawberries on top and some coconut milk whipped cream, baby. All right. Come on, Tony. Let me get forks and knives. All right. We have a taste tester. I'm so excited. All right. I'm going to dig in.
Yeah, let's get this going, man.
Ooh.
Give me a strawberry.
Right. I want a strawberry, some whipped cream. Uh-oh. Put that strawberry on the plate. Look, I'm trying to be ladylike, but child, look, I'm hungry. It's good.
Listen, Margie and Janice is touching your shoulders right now. This is good. This is really, really good.
This is really good. Y'all, I don't like pancakes. I don't eat pancakes. What I can say about this is it doesn't have like a crazy aftertaste because, you know, sometimes when you have protein powder and stuff, it tastes weird. So that's one thing I like about the Gym Giants. Let me show y'all. This is the Gym Giants. This is the protein powder that we use today. I will put their website in the description. The guy is local. I'm gonna see if I can find if I can reach out to him and get a coupon code for y'all so y'all can get an order in and get a discount. He comes up to the gym that I train out of, so I'm definitely gonna, you know, see if I can get us a little hookup because we use this today. It tastes good. The strawberries inside, I like that addition. I'm glad I added in the monk fruit, the coconut oil. Everything together is giving. It is giving.
Well, she's glad of all this. I'm glad I came over.
The only other thing that I probably would have done differently is made like, I would say make sure you put your strawberries in early. So that way you can get like a nice little syrup and be able to drizzle that all over. But baby girl, you better make this for that good man. He gonna be your good husband. All right. So while Tony is eating, slide over for me. Let me ask the last question. Do good guys finish last? How do we feel? Do good guys finish last?
No.
I don't think so. Literally on my notes, I said every good guy that I know, he's either married or attached. Like he's in a relationship, a long-term committed relationship, whatever their relationship looks like. He's in a long-term committed relationship. Every good man that I know, he is attached or he is extremely focused on whatever goal he's accomplished. Other than that, like good men aren't just out here and without options. They may not have found the right one for them. I think that we have to also take into account like the dating world right now. In real life, like there's a lot of good single people. Unfortunately, like you may not have, you know, compatibility matters. And so I know like the types of things that are important to me. Scoot over just a little bit. The types of things that are important to me, the type of mate that I need. And that's not every man is not going to fit that mold. And that's okay because I'm not for every man either. So compatibility matters. Attraction matters. Your groove intimately matters. All of those things, right? All of those things matter when it comes to dating. So I personally don't feel like good guys finish last. I think they are first place. I think they the real MVPs. I think they're the ones out here making the moves and showing all of us that we can still have hope and find us a good man. Okay.
A lot of people settle for right now instead of, you know, right.
So there we are. So thank you guys for joining me today. That is all we have. We had our strawberry protein pancakes. I'm sure you guys can whip this up really quickly. I will go ahead and put all of the information for the original recipe in the description below. I'll also list off like the little variations that I did because I already have that typed out. So I'll just put this in the description. This is not going to go up on my website. This is basically somebody else's recipe, so I'm not going to put it on my website, but I'll just put everything that I did in the description below. If you have not already, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you're liking my Facebook page. You can follow me all across every platform on social media at mysexyisstrong.com. I'm sorry, mysexyisstrong, and my website is www.mysexyisstrong.com. And so, yeah, that's it, y'all.
Can I show my picture?
Sure. You can show your picture. Oh, the one you just drew?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. My brother's an artist, and he draws. He does all types of things. He's about to start doing events. He doing the dang thing here in Phoenix. If y'all are in Phoenix, you might see him at First Fridays, downtown Phoenix.
I do different bars and stuff too. This is a picture I'm working on for my little sister.
This me, because y'all know I'm swole sometimes, right? Not right now, but so yes, make sure you check him out. What's your website?
My website is watsartstudios.com. That's WATSART studios.com. That's where I sell shirts with designs. This is one of my designs. I also do caricatures and I do digital commissions and whatnot. You can follow me on Instagram, WatsArt Studios. You can follow me on Facebook, WatsArt Studios. I'm also on TikTok, but not as much.
Okay. Make sure you check him out. Make sure, again, you are subscribing to the channel, liking the Facebook page. Tony said it was good. I liked it. Thank y'all for joining me this Sunday afternoon. Thank y'all for a good discussion. We appreciate you. Queen Zay came in and was chatting it up. Shout out to her. And thank you again, y'all, for the support. We are almost on our way to 1,100 subscribers on YouTube. We are trekking along. I will be back live on Wednesday afternoon. All right. And I have a special video that I will be posting on my YouTube page tomorrow. So
I gotta finish this. This is good.
This one yours.
Oh, well.
You trying to take my plate. So
because I want more.
Keep a lookout. I have a video for my green season. The green season tutorial will be posted tomorrow on YouTube. I'm done editing, so we'll have that there, and you will be able to make delicious meals. I also have another cooking tutorial that I'm actually going to be filming today on how to use that green seasoning as well. So thank y'all for joining me today. It was a great chat. It was great cooking our strawberry protein pancakes. I will see y'all next time. Bye.